A lot of folks are charging $200 or $300 for one day only, and for one today's special only, we have brought in an exclusive dash cam built for us, for you, in exclusive colors at a price that we think is unbeatable. Now here's what you get. The brand new dash cam, the window mount with the dash disc, the car charger and USB cable, the upgraded 8GB microSD HC card, and your SD card adapter. I'll take you through the colors that you can see down in front. Of course, we have the classic black. We have a beautiful exclusive gold, or the stunning silver. You cannot find this model or these colors anywhere else. It's $59, it's 3 flex pay, it's free shipping and handling. Now, we know and obviously appreciate that there might be 2 cars in your family. You might want one for you and one for your wife, one for your boyfriend, for your husband, for your son or your daughter who just got their driver's license. The more you buy, the more you save. Once you bought your first today's special, save 10% off each additional one. And of course, you get the free shipping on all of them as well. There's a lot to talk about and a lot to show you and a lot to get excited about. Joe, of course, is back with us. And Joe, this has been a long time in the making.
Yes,
I'm thrilled it's finally a Today Special.
So am I, because it's something that we need in our everyday life. You never know what happens while you're out there on the road, and there's so many distractions while we're out there, whether you listen to the music, whether multiple people in the car, whether people are stuck on their cell phones, people are weaving in and out, and unfortunately, the National Highway Traffic Administration says there's an accident that's reported in the United States every 3 seconds. That's all it takes to get into an accident. You need to have the dash cam, because what happens when you get into that accident? It's your story versus their story. This is proof of what happens during that accident, and it's so simple. Such an easy thing to set up, because it's recording in high definition. It's powered on by your car, and as soon as you turn your car on, dash cam already starts recording for you. It's got built-in memory, records about 80 minutes worth of continuous video in a loop. So once it fills up with 80 minutes, it just gets really old and keeps going on with the new. It even has a built-in G sensor, so if you get into an accident, boom, it's going to lock down that video, so then you never have to worry about recording over that video. And everything that you record, not only is it high definition, we had the previous versions of the dash cam recorded at 720p resolution, but that's not good enough for today's special. We're making it better to 1080p resolution, Blu-ray quality at 30 frames a second. That's Hollywood video that you're recording on your dash cam. But I want to show you the quality of video that I have on my computer, because this isn't just like itty-bitty in front of you. Adam, this is 120 degrees. So not only are you driving down the road, you can see the cars next to you, you can see cars passing, you can see up in the sky. It records not only the audio, but also the video, because unfortunately, what happens if there's an accident? What happens if someone is running a red light? Here you'll notice there's a green light, and what happens? There's one guy cuts 3 cars. Nearly. You never know what's going to happen when you're out there on the road, but this is the best way to protect you. Even when I was just down here in Clearwater Beach, maybe in a new traffic pattern, here I am going to one of these roundabouts. I'm going to pause it right here. Now, Adam, I've got the right of lane. I should be swerving around. This guy's already said, okay, I'm coming in. So, all right, I got to pump my brakes for that. Right. But then there's a motorcycle. This guy comes in there. Then I honk my horn. He gives me a dirty look. But all because, and I'll go back and show you, because people nowadays feel like they're obligated, like they own the lane. No one's watching out because we're so distracted. And if I would have hit that guy, when the authorities would have come, he said, that guy rear-ended me. The dash cam keeps you honest. It's recording everything when you're out there on the road.
I don't typically say this, and I hope you don't mind me saying it. I respectfully say, for heaven's sake, get one of these. I mean, really get one of these. If it was $259, I'd say, for $59, there's no excuse. If anybody out there watching has ever been, unfortunately, in one of those situations where there's been an accident, well, she said this and he said that, and my insurance company's saying this, and can you prove that it was like that? Because I think it's your fault. No, it was my fault. It's your fault. Who knows? Now we know. Now we know. Now I've got the evidence. Now I've got the proof. Now I can see what happened. Well, now I can just see my hand, but now I can see what happened. This is one of the most important purchases you will make this year, and it's only $59.
Wow. That's
the irony of it. Now, we need to think for a few moments about people that drive for work, delivery services. Maybe you're one of these new, I can't name names, but the new...
the taxi service by the app, yes.
Exactly, beginning with a U and all the others. Very popular now. We need to be protected in terms of what's happening on the road. And it's not just about having a witness and saying, well, I feel safe and secure with that. It's also about having fun, because there is a big fun side to this. You know, so many YouTube superstars are happening right now. You know, people that are in the cars and the kids are doing something funny. You know, Charlie bit my finger, or somebody's singing along to music. You can turn the dash cam around, and now we're recording everything I'm saying, and we can upload it to YouTube. So there's so many wonderful things that you can do with this. As you would imagine, we are off to an explosive start. Rick, please just update me on the quantity on the colours, on the gold and silver again. No way. All right, folks, I just want to stress, gold and silver, I have 2,500 in each. So 2,500 in each of these two, so these are going to be gone. Because most people obviously are buying 2 dash cams. When you buy one, you get 10% off the next one. So your car, your wife's car, your son's car, your daughter's car, again, $59, free shipping and 3 flex pay. Joe, what's next?
Well, there's so many great things about this, having this dash cam, because like Adam mentioned, it's going to keep people honest. It's going to continuously record. But I want to show you how simple the setup is. And I've got it set up on our makeshift windshield right here. When you're mounting it to the windshield, there's a suction cup that'll come with it. It also has a long extended cable. So I've run that cable across our windshield. You don't even see it. You have 8 feet worth of cable, and you can do this in your car. You run it along the windshield, between the windshield and the frame of the car. It'll tuck right in there, and it won't even be a distraction whatsoever. Or you can turn it upside down, and you can record as if it was mounted right on top of your dashboard. So you've got that too. It's such an easy, simple setup. And Adam, you got that lens right there. You turn the car on, that lens is recording in high definition. You have the display that's on the backside, so you can see exactly what's going on. You have the memory card that's going to come with it. We're doubling the memory today. When we sold tens of thousands of these at HSN with only 8 gigs worth of space, we're doubling it to 16 gigs worth of storage. Even when you're shooting at night, even when you're driving at night, it'll even pick up because it has low light resolution, but it's such an easy setup. And as soon as you turn the car on, dash camera's recording not only audio, but it also records the video. And it's a video that could really save a lot of money on your wallet, because you think $59, that is such a little amount of money. If you get into an accident and it ends up the authorities blame you, but it's not your fault, how much your monthly premium is going to go up every month? You know, how much over the course of a year, you could spend hundreds of dollars on these wasted premiums, all because you've got it right there. And keep in mind, the features on this are the best we've ever offered. We've made it more compact, because a lot of you don't want it to be a distraction while you're driving. It's a nice, tiny, compact look, but it's still going to record at 1080p, the best video resolution. You know, there are dash cams that are over $200 that don't even record in high definition. This is Blu-ray quality, just like that great LG TV that we just offered. 120-degree wide viewing angle, so you're picking up all the action. It also has something called a cyclical recording. So it's going to be able to record 80 minutes worth of video nonstop. So at the end of the 80 minutes, it just gets rid of the old and keeps recording. It also has motion detection. If as soon as a car turns on, it's going to start recording. If it feels that motion, you've got it right there. But Adam, it's when you get into an accident, this is where it's going to really show you how important it is. There's a G sensor that's built in there. If you slam on your brakes, it's going to record that video and lock it down. It even has anti-shake and image stabilization, because you want to be able to see your video. I'm going to show you another video clip that I have right here. I'm driving up to Clearwater Beach. I'm in the roundabout. Look at this guy, just comes through, cuts through all the traffic, doesn't even stop. How many times are you driving down the road and someone is weaving in and out of your lane, or maybe it was bad weather and then there's an accident up ahead? Here we have one of our dash cam customers from last year, bought it here at HSN. He's a truck driver. He uses it for his business, but he had bad weather up in Chicago, and there was an accident right in front of him, and he couldn't stop because of the bad weather, but he was able to get that near miss right through there. He was able to go safe, but you just capture, you never know what you see. But what happens if there's road rage? You'll see this on the road all the time. You see these two cars, it's like they're battling each other. This guy breaks in front of him. He doesn't like it, so then the guy decides to go left around him. So what does the van do? Well, he's upset at him, so then he cuts him off.
No.
And then he cuts him off again.
No.
It's unbelievable what's out there. But if they cause an accident, the guy in the blue van can say, hey, that guy rear-ended me. But now he's got the proof that you're not a safe driver. This is going to keep everybody honest, which is an inexpensive cost.
Folks, please bear with us. We have close to 1,000 people in the ordering process. Our wonderful men and women around the country in our call centers are trying to process the calls as fast as possible. I will say this, for anybody watching right now and wants the black Please do not wait. A lot of folks are buying the black. A lot of folks are now buying the black. Black is now in the lead, surpassing the gold and surpassing the silver. So if black is your choice, please do dial in. A couple of things I want to pick up on. If this was a hassle or a distraction or a pain, we wouldn't use it. What's wonderful about this is it's so teeny tiny, but so powerful because it's recording in full high definition. And did you hear what Joe said? When you get in the car and you start driving, it starts recording. It's not something I have to think about. It's not something I have to touch. It's not something I have to baby. It's automatic. So when I get in the car and I start driving, whether it's a long distance trip or just going to the grocery store, it's going to start recording. And when I stop, it stops recording. If, God forbid, there is something and there is a collision, it has this G sensor which will lock down that moment. So when you're speaking to the insurance company, when you're speaking to the police, you have that video. Now, I asked a question earlier, and I do not believe this is the case, and maybe you have an insurance company that already is, but I would think, I'm sure you'd probably agree, that very soon in the near future, insurance companies would look very favorably on something like this, because I would think this would save them millions of dollars as well. If we always think it's never going to happen, and please God it doesn't. But if it does, what this captures is so valuable to you, is so important to you, that it's crazy not to have it. It's crazy not to have it. And it's not just about people that, are in the cars all the time for work. It's about mom taking the kids to school. It's about knowing that whatever happens on the road, I've got it. I've got it. I've captured what's there. But then you look at the whole different side of the coin and say, hang on a minute, think of the other opportunities. I'm going to California. I mean, I'm not really, but imagine I was. I'm going to California. I'm going to drive down the coast, Highway 1. I'm going to see things that are spectacular.
Yes.
I'm going to record. I'm going to record every single thing that I see as I'm driving down Highway 1. I've got it on my dash cam. So you see, yes, it's a really valuable and important safety piece of equipment. There's also a fun element to it as well. We are massively busy. If you want black, that will be gone. There's no question about it. The first, the fastest. More people are buying black now than any other. I desperately want you to think about sons and daughters and husbands and wives and mothers and fathers who are in the car who you want to make sure are protected. This is from the leading company in the world. The company that makes this, which is Foresight, are the number one innovators in this technology. They have created something just for us. Folks, you can't buy this model anywhere else. Nowhere else. You can't buy these colors, the gold and silver anyway, anywhere else. We asked them to do it for us because we knew that this would be one of the most important Today Specials that we offer this year for all the reasons and above. In these final 10 minutes, remember, if you buy more than one, you will save. You get an additional 10% off the price. If you can, Joe, I think it's a valid point to say, every car in the family should have one of these. We
had definitely needed one. When I first purchased my dash cam last summer, and I put it in my car, and then I started driving my wife's car, Adam, I felt like I'm missing my dash cam.
You're vulnerable.
I need it. I need to see that it's out there because you never know what's going to happen. It could be a split second. Somebody merges into your lane. Somebody runs a red light, or just something like a deer crossing the road. A lot of times I'll come home and I'll tell my wife, like, Nicole, you won't believe what I saw on the road today. Instead of just saying that, like, check out this dash cam footage that I caught. For less than $60, you're recording everything. You're recording that high-definition video. You're recording Blu-ray quality video, the best that we've ever offered. We're also giving you a better memory card. Instead of 8 gigabytes worth of memory, we're doubling the amount that you can record. We've also made it even smaller, so now it's going to be less of a distraction. And the great thing is, as soon as you turn that car on, it's going to automatically record. Now here, Adam was talking about going down to California. I was just driving down Clearwater Beach. Imagine you're taking your family on that vacation. Adam, look, you can see the beach on the left. You can see the palm trees. I'm driving in traffic. I can't stop and stick my cell phone out there and stop in the middle of the road. But I'm capturing everything in that high definition. I can freeze this and turn this into a photo if I wanted to. It is absolutely great for emergencies, but it is so much fun to have too. So not only was I right there, let me go back to my dash cam. I was even in the, I turn it around and I shoot the kids in the car.
it. It's you.
This is me
the
taking my kids. Noah and Reese are in the back. They're having fun. We're having a little ice cream. I'm driving there, Rick. So I got my hands.
You're not even looking at the road.
You know, I'm multitasking like a quad-core processor. But here's the great thing. You know, as my kids are talking, you know, it's these conversations that happen in the car that when your kids are young, you're like, this is so funny things that they say. But also, Adam, notice that I can see perfectly out the back window.
Yeah.
If you have this for business where you need to turn it around and record out the back window, or you need to record what's going on in your vehicle, you can do that. And if you are worried about your student driver, if your kids are 16, 17, they're taking the car keys for the very first time, they will hate you for having this, but you will feel better knowing that if you're going to take the car keys, you need to turn the dash cam around because you want to see who's driving with them. Are they on their cell phone? Are they texting while they're driving? This is going to make them a better, safer driver. And that's the thing about us. We need to change the way we're driving because there's so many distractions that are out there. And unfortunately, people are running red lights. People are constantly on their phone. You're not thinking about driving anymore. You're driving this 3,000-pound vehicle, but you need to make sure you're driving it safely. And if somebody merges into your lane, and if you have that young student driver, and if somebody hits them, and because it's a student, they might be thinking, oh, when the authorities show up, they're probably going to blame your teenager because they're a new driver, when really it was the other guy's fault. This is the best thing about dash cam because it's going to keep everybody honest. Instead of their story and your story, now it's the dash cam. And when the authorities show up, you just say, turn it around. Look at my video. I just captured everything right there in high definition. And also, for the first time, we have all the different colors. Typically, just used to be black. But for a limited time, we have the additional colors available, making this the best time to buy a dash cam.
I just think it's wonderful how we're able to do it at this price. I spent a lot of time earlier at home really trying to get to grips with the competition and what other people are charging. Bear in mind, this is full high definitions. This is Blu-ray quality video. This is state-of-the-art stabilization. This is state-of-the-art sound quality. This is teeny tiny and looks great. It's $59. It's $59 for this. I mean, I say to you because I mean it with every fiber of my body, but there's, you know, every day we have a Today Special, and every Today Special is great. But sometimes a Today Special launches, and it's just a must-have. I gotta have it. I gotta have it. This is a gotta have. It's the best $59 you will spend for all of the reasons. And everything Joe's saying, I mean, it's just reaffirming everything that we know deep down. For anybody that has been in a situation where it's been really sticky and messy with the insurance companies, well, how do you, we can't prove it. Well, she did this and she pulled out. Well, how can you prove it? Well, because it was his fault, really. He shouldn't have done that. Well, who's right? Now we know who's right, because now we captured it. Remember, if I had to get in the car and install it and wire it and push the buttons and get it going every single time I started to move, it's like, oh, forget about it. No, when you get this home and you install it, that's it. It's automatic. So when you start to drive, it starts to record. When you stop driving, it stops recording. So it's a permanent addition to the car because it's so small and so tiny. Look what we did on the set right here. You can see this is where you can position yours. It takes up no real estate space. It's perfect.
No room whatsoever. I've got this one actually mounted low, but mine I actually have tucked away right below my my dash, or right below the rearview mirror in my car. You don't even know it's there.
No.
But you know that, just keep the peace of mind that anything that happens in the car, it's recording. It's recording that nice wide 120 degrees. And this is the difference between dash cam and everybody else. And this is the main reason why they're #1 in the world. Like Adam mentioned, you turn the car on, it's recording. It's recording the video, it's recording the audio for you as well, and it's on a continuous loop, and it's recording up to an hour and a half worth of constant video.
Wow.
But what happens when those odd moments pop up? I want to show another dash cam video that we have. So because we're a worldwide company, there's a video. This is actually from our Russian division, Adam.
Russian division? Whoa, what's that? Is that a UFO?
That was the Russian meteor that came a couple of years ago.
UFO,
I know. You never know. But you never know what happens. You see the meteor right there, captured on a dash cam. Wow. But also, there's so many amazing things that'll happen too. Like maybe you're just driving, it's that beautiful sunset, and you're coming up to the bridge, and you know we're driving down to the Keys and seeing the sunset, and I can't stop in the middle of the bridge, but it's like such a beautiful day. Maybe you're in the snow mountains, or maybe you're up in New England, that fall foliage when you're driving through there, or if you're going to the Pacific Coast Highway, these amazing places in America that we drive, and now you're recording everything right there. Even recently, I was just driving home. Let me show you another one. At nighttime, a lot of people think, okay, it's got to be daytime to get it. Even when you're driving at night, I can see everything. Adam, I can see every lane. It's ultra wide because it's 120-degree view. I can see the cars coming. I've got all that right there. And then right here in the middle, Adam, a deer walked out right in front of me. Where is he? There he is right there. Follow him. The little deer passed right in front of me as I was driving.
Wow.
And you never know what you're going to capture, but it's going to keep you protected, because what happens if there is an accident? What happens if somebody decides to run that red light? See the light here? They're all green. Everyone's going, but then this guy decided it was his turn to go. Or if somebody cuts you off. Here I was just driving down in Clearwater Beach. Maybe there's a new traffic pattern. Or maybe you're on vacation. You're unfamiliar with the roads. As I'm getting ready to go around the curb here, let me stop it. You can see I've got the right of way. I should be moving around here. This car has already decided he's coming in. So then I have to brake for that guy, but then that motorcycle, he came through. Now what would have happened if I would have hit that motorcycle?
Right.
Technically I'm behind him, and that guy would have said he rear-ended me.
Sure.
But I could show the video that this guy didn't even stop. He just decided to come directly into my lane, and he could have caused the accident. But it's no longer me telling a story. It's no longer that motorcycle driver. It's now dash cam. It's keeping everybody honest. It's telling the truth. If you know you're that safe driver, but you want to make sure you're protected, it's the reason why police now have dash cams. It's the reason why all these emergency vehicles have dash cams, because they have to record everything that's happening to make sure the truth is being told when you're out there on the road.
I would really hope that every single mom and dad watching out there could get one of these for their kids who are in the car. Wherever you live in America, I think if you can, please buy one of these for the kids who are, maybe they just got their license and they're in the car and they're green, as it were, and they're, you know, this is a whole new thing. Don't let them be vulnerable if, God forbid, something happens. And make sure that they've got the evidence and the proof, and we can see exactly what's going on. Let's buy one of these for everybody in the family. If you buy them together, if you buy them today, if you buy 2 of these, you get 10% off the price of the second one. So you get 10% off. You still get that free shipping and handling. I believe it's the best deal anywhere for the quality that you receive, for the amazing kind of, you know, in terms of the high definition, in terms of the sound quality, in terms of the size, everything from the brand leader. It's not even that it's brand X, where we're not quite sure, is this going to be good? I know it's really inexpensive, but is the quality there? This is from the leading company in the world. So you're getting the best that you can buy. As we bring this to a close in the final couple of minutes, a last look at the colors. In the silver and the gold, we have about 50. Oh, okay, so I'm being told like nearly half of the entire quantity, so about a third of the quantity, just over, is gone in between the silver and gold, so just a couple thousand now left. Black, obviously, the runaway smash success. Before you go to bed tonight, if you want the black, please dial on in. It is, it's one of those things, Joe, where we can benefit from the new things that are coming out in the market.
Absolutely.
And this is one of those which is just priced so wonderfully.
And even though it's new, there's a lot of competition that's out there, but there's a lot of competition at higher prices,
yes,
with less specs than what you're getting today. There are easily dash cams that are $250 that don't even have high definition video. This is Blu-ray quality. We've offered many dash cams here at HSN. From Foresight, we've offered a lot at 720p resolution. That new lens, that upgraded lens right there, is now 1080p resolution. And even as I turn it to the side, you know this thing's recording at a 120-degree angle. So when this is sitting in my car, and I can mount this to the windshield, or I can flip this thing over and mount it to the dash. It even inverts the video. It's recording all the video. It's recording all the audio right there as well. And it's such a simple, easy setup. You turn the car on, it starts recording. Anything that has that cigarette lighter adapter, it can work on it. So there are motorcycles that have that adapter. I know there's some people that have boats. That question came through. If you have that power adapter, you can record with your dash cam. There's even an extra battery built into it. Now, the battery's not meant to go on your own, but what it's there for is if you get into an accident, you need to have a camera to record the footage. You can take this off, you know, take it out of the holder here, and you can take stills with this, Adam. You can take high definition stills. You can walk around the car with it and take a couple minutes worth of video. That's why we have that extra battery built in there. Such a genius product at such a phenomenal price.
And a couple of other side benefits that people don't think about at first, but it's also a deterrent, because when you've got this in the car and you park the car, if a wannabe thief comes along, then, you know, they see, hang on, there's a camera in there, so it deters them. We are including for everybody tonight as well the carry bag.
Oh, very important.
If you travel, if you're in a rental car, let's take this with us and put this in that rental car as well. Please know it's as small as it looks. It's a teeny tiny device. I just want to ask a couple of questions because, Joe, you've talked about the 16 gig memory card that's included, which is huge for this value. Explain again, this is constantly recording, but what if, God forbid, there's an accident? You said it locks it down. What does that mean?
It's got a gyro sensor that's built in there, so if it detects you slamming on the brakes and coming to a hard stop, that G sensor, what it does is it will lock down minutes of that video right there. So it locks down the few minutes before, it locks in the few minutes after, so then that video will never get recorded over. It automatically be there. Then you take that little microSD card slot, slide it into your computer, and now you've got it forever. If you need it for insurance purposes, if the insurance company says, well, let's see some video of that accident, you're like, I've got it right here on my dash cam, you will always have it. And with the memory card today, keep in mind, we're doubling it. Yes. We've offered this dash cam at higher prices without these features and with a much smaller video card. Now we're doubling it to 16 gigs worth of memory. You can record well over an hour and a half worth of constant video on here as well. And you can just mount it to the windshield, mount it to the dashboard, turn the car on, and it's always going to be recording for you.
Just want to share with you as well, if we may, we have something called Electronics Protection Plus, which is a 2-year warranty that protects this in case anything goes wrong, in case you drop it, anything. It's only $13.95. $13.95 for 2 years of absolute protection, so definitely worthwhile thinking about that. Remember, if you buy 2, you get 10% off the second. If you can, I would get one for every car in the family. Joe, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you to, the guys at Foresight and Cyclical.